everyone, to midweek at the Bank.
Woo!
But it's a big matchup. I know midweek games are hard to get up for, but this one is a big one. I think a lot of people are calling it the Taco Cup.
Real tacos versus breakfast tacos.
Yes, it's LAFC.
Not burrito?
LAFC is hosting Austin FC. This is a top of the table clash in a lot of ways, so it's a big one. That's why we're out here for the 110 football tailgate. I am Vince Rosa, and I have a great crew with me today. We've got the scarf.
Hi, it's me.
That's it? That's all you got? All right.
Hi, Mom.
Well, that was simple. To his right, his podcasting partner from Defenders of the Bank, Philly.
Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren.
Why are you in German?
Why am I saying that? So
Does somebody need to click a button?
well, so let me do a quick flex real quick. No, that's a scarf. That's also a scarf.
Hi.
I got to give a shout out to our goalkeeper coach, Oka Nikolov. He was the goalkeeper for Eintracht Frankfurt during some dark and stormy days. And tonight, Eintracht Frankfurt did something unthinkable, and that's win the Europa League Cup this evening. So shout out to Eintracht Frankfurt, but more importantly, shout out to our goalkeeper coach, Oka Nikolov, the Adler in the house. Thank you. That's why I spoke in German.
You're welcome.
Nice.
Well said. Oka is a big part
my
of this club, so that's very cool. And the Europa Cup is one of my favorite trophies, just the shape of the trophy.
It's fun.
I really enjoy it. Jessica, do you have any German kits or any foreign languages you want to speak in?
No, I don't. And I was actually going for Rangers. I wanted Rangers to
Oh,
win.
hey.
Past Arsenal player is actually the coach, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, and Aaron Ramsey, the guy who missed the penalty, was past Arsenal player. So
Thank you so much, Aaron.
yeah, I know, right? But that was really good for Eintracht Frankfurt. But, I'm excited about LAFC tonight.
Yes.
Right.
That's
I like that you brought up Aaron Ramsey, Juventus reject, I believe is.
There you go.
Terming him
Juventus,
as.
yes,
Juventus
absolutely.
reject. But this is the crew we've got for you today. Like I said, this is the 110 football tailgate. And what we do is we take you through a series of things. We've got some games. We've got some fantasy where you can win some cool prizes.
Look at that hat.
Where there's going to be some analysis. We'll give you the starting 11. This is the pregame leading up to the pregame on KCOP with Max Bredos, Heath Pierce, Marco Rogandino, and Jordan Harvey. But you guys that are in the chat, I see the chat already going. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. And also, hang out in the chat. The more you guys chat, the more fun that is, the more that gets going. It makes everything a lot more fun for us, I think.
Oh, yeah. They're already going. Like you said.
We've got a couple of people live and in person here with us, too, which is great. So we're going to take you up, like I said, to this big midweek matchup. And we're going to do it with a combination of fun and analysis. And to start, we're going to do our players to watch.
Let's do it.
Players to watch, as I said, there's a chance for you to win prizes, and this is the moment. So if you don't know what this is, pay attention to what I'm saying to you right now. Players to watch, you pick one player from LAFC, one player from Austin FC, and you send it to our Instagram or Twitter, and you have a chance to win this beautiful team-signed LAFC hat. But you have to beat us, because all four of us have also picked one player from LAFC and one player from Austin. So if you beat us, you get the hat. If not, there's always next week.
I don't think our track record has been good. I haven't won a hat. Have you won a hat?
We can't. I don't think we can win.
Last year, the crew was amazing, and not a lot of people winning stuff. This year, we're giving away prizes like there's no
love
tomorrow.
it.
I want a hat.
I love it. That's what it should be
So
all
it's free to
about.
play. It's your chance to get in and win a pretty cool prize. So don't forget to do that. And you still got about 45 minutes to get your entry in. But let's see what our crew's got here. Scarf,
Yeah.
you are up first. Who are your players to watch?
Look, I try to be as different and outside the box as possible. So what I tried to do with this one is, first of all, going with Carlos Vela for LAFC, because you know what? The captain needs to get back on track. Opening day, he had a hat trick. Since then, not so much going on for our captain. He needs to put on his scoring boots tonight. He needs to get involved early and get involved often, because this is going to be a high-scoring affair in all of our opinions, I think. So Carlos Vela, my pick for LAFC. Diego Fagundes, I'm calling him the straw that stirs the drink. He is always somewhere where something is happening for Austin FC. He's been in the league for forever. He's got a lot of smarts, and I think he's going to be the one that really does some things for Austin FC tonight. So Carlos Vela, Diego Fagundes, those are my two players to watch.
Okay, Vela, Fagundes.
Yeah.
Philly.
He has the benefit of going first, because now it's going to look like I'm copying his homework. Great minds think alike, folks, and clearly they're thinking alike, and they're great right here, because I, too, have selected Carlos Vela and Diego Fagundes. Carlos Vela has had an interesting season, starting out red hot with 3 goals against Colorado. He's 1 goal or 1 assist away from 100. That would make him the 3rd fastest player to reach this mark in Major League Soccer. Does he care about that? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that he cares about the fact that most people think that he's being lackadaisical. Carlos Vela, lightning may strike twice today for Charlie Candle. And as far as Austin is concerned, Diego Fagundes was a rock star in New England. He was one of the youngest players in Major League Soccer history to reach 50 goals at such a young age. Now he takes his talents down to the land of, I love Austin, by the way, great place. I was going to call it the land of make-believe, but it is a real place. He leads the league in assists. There's no reason that he's not going to get on the board because when you've got Driussi, Urruti, and Ring, oh my, it's going to be Fagundes who's going to be feeding them the ball. He is my player to watch for Austin.
Well, so far we have Carlos Vela, we have Diego Fagundes.
Who you got, Vince?
And now it's my turn to go.
Can Vince be different, ladies and gentlemen? Drum roll.
I have Carlos Vela and Diego
Great
Fagundes.
minds think alike.
I thought I was going to be the smart one pulling out Fagundes because I thought all you guys were going to go with a lot of goal scorers and things like that. But he's just busy. He's in and around the ball. And in this sport, if you're in and around the ball, there's a good chance you might get some fantasy points. So that's why I went with him. And then Carlos Vela for all the same reasons you guys said. I think it's time for him to kickstart things. So the three of us have made it easier for you to possibly win this hat. Jessica is going to be the one that's going to stop you here because she, I think, is going to be different. Jessica, who are your players to watch?
I did go with something different. I went with Sebastian Driussi for Austin. I went with him because he has 7 goals and 2 assists. I feel like that's an easy play to make. He's definitely a danger
What are
man
you saying, Jess?
in this team. So I think he's somebody that I would mark down as maybe somebody that could get on the scoreboard or get an assist. And I think our back line and our midfielders are going to have to be wary of him today. For LAFC, this will probably become a little bit funnier a little bit later, but I chose Chicho Arango. And I chose him because I think it's time for him to start to step up. It's not that I don't think he's been trying. I just think that he's going through a little bit of a transition, goal drought, whatever you want to call it. And, since he's been at LAFC, he's been, I think one word we can describe him as is impact.
Sure.
So he's been a huge impact, and today he's going to do the same thing at our home ground, in front of our fans. I think he's going to score a goal, maybe 2. So we'll see.
Well, there you go. Jessica is the only one that thought outside the box and didn't copy everyone else's homework. And for that reason, I'm going to tip her to win. But you guys still have the chance, like I said, about 45 minutes to get in your players to watch. One from LAFC, one from Austin. Scarf, would you mind modeling the prize?
There you go.
While I tell them. Like I said, get it into our social media. It's free to play. And we will tell you who the winner is on Monday's LAFC 360 show at 1 p.m. So join the show to find out if you are in fact the winner. And it's a lot of fun if you are in the chat because people will congratulate you. You get some bragging rights. So join us for that.
Free tacos.
Yeah, maybe we'll send you some breakfast tacos. It depends on how this match goes. But yes, just get in there, get into play, and you can win this hat. Man, you're right. We really should be from now on checking with each other.
It's more fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Let's move on to something completely different. Our man, Connor Kalopsis, he's not here now, but he was here a couple weeks ago, and he met up with LAFC superfan and celebrity Jaime Camil. You know what the best part about LAFC is? Yes, we get a lot of celebrities here.
We do.
However, they also love the team, and Jaime Camil bleeds black and gold. So find out what he thought about the 3252 and all things LAFC with Connor Kalopsis right now.
So we are here with Jaime Camil, LAFC legend.
Thank you. You're too kind. Thank you. I'm just a big fan of the team for over 3 years. I haven't missed a single game, believe it or not. I mean, except COVID, the bubble, Orlando, whatever, but I've been here every single game.
And that's going to lead me to my first question. What would you say is the best part about the LAFC experience, having been to almost every single game?
Oh, everything. I've had the privilege to chant with Julio at the Capo stand number 3. Chanting with my family with the 3252 is just insane. I don't know how they do it for 90 minutes, to be honest. I was there for 15 minutes.
It's tiring.
And I had to sell a kidney the next day to keep up. I mean, it's tiring.
In 2012, you played Juan Carlos, in Por Ella Soy Eva, where you disguised yourself as a grandmother.
Oh, you're going to go there?
Oh, I'm going to go there.
Me doing drag queen. All right.
I'm going there because you've been, like you said, you've been in the 3252 a couple times. If you had to go back in and disguise yourself, how would you do it?
Dude, have you seen the skull?
Yeah.
They have great. I have to step up my game. I could not just dress up as Eva and come like as a woman. I would have to step on my game. I don't know, man. They have good disguises there, like the skull and of course the luchador and all of our friends. It's incredible. Yeah.
In your eyes, how is this LA soccer experience different than anything in Mexico?
Well, Mexico we have great supporters as well, but I think nothing matches the 3252 and all individual supporters, like the originals, the district, the pride, all of the supporters, when they come here to the stadium, when they become one, they become the 32-52. Everybody that I have brought to the stadium, they watch how they chant nonstop for 90 minutes. They're like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is, they don't stop. And I've never seen that in any stadium in the world.
Yeah.
And I think that's the LAFC experience.
My final question to you is a fill in the blank, okay?
Okay.
I know I'm in LA at the Banc when.
I know I'm in LA at the Banc when the referee da el silbatazo. How do you say that in English? Da el silbatazo, and the first chant starts. Soy Jaime Camil, and you're watching 110 Football. Yes.
So there he goes, Jaime Camil, one of the many celebrity interviews we have exclusive on 110 Football. So check them out. There's Paul Rodriguez, there's Chavo from System of a Down. There's a lot of good ones and more coming after that. My question to you guys is, Jaime is talking about being in the capo stand.
Yeah.
He said 15 minutes, and he felt like he needed to sell his kidney because there's so much work. How long do any of you think you could last in that capo stand?
Actually, on the capo stand, ooh, that's big. No, I think I'd be too nervous on the capo stand. I know how hard those capos work and what they go through just to make it up to that stand, and I just would feel, it'd be like Wayne's World. We're not worthy. I just wouldn't feel worthy.
Philly, I think it suits you, but I think, could you do 90 minutes?
So I've done 3 full marathons. I've done countless half marathons. I did amateur
Humble
MMA for a
brag.
decade. If there's anybody here that I think could do this, it'd be me and Jess. That's what I'm going to say there. Could I do it for 90 minutes, though? I don't know. Like, I'd lose my voice, and I have the utmost respect for the people that are in the capo stand doing it. I wouldn't want to jump in and take anybody's place. But if I could, I would certainly have a good time, and I wouldn't be able to walk, talk, or do anything for a good, 2 weeks afterwards.
How many full marathons?
3 full
Just
marathons.
checking. All right.
Humble brag. How many marathons
Humble
have you
brag.
ran, Jessica?
None. So 5 minutes
Good
tops.
call.
5 minutes tops. Yeah, I don't think I would last very long.
All right, let's move on to, we had fantasy where you can actually win something. This you can't win anything because unfortunately betting is not legal in California, but we like to do prop bets because it's at least fun to talk about, and you can compare with your friends, get in the chat and give us your prop bets. So prop bets, this is how it works. I'm going to give you a proposition, and you tell me over under or the team or the player. It's just, you got to kind of pick something, okay? So you'll get the gist of it real quick. We're going to do 4 quick ones right here. Our first prop bet is the first team to score. So is it going to be LAFC or Austin FC? Jessica, who are you picking for the first team to score?
Yeah, so at some point we need to have a fast start. Every single game we talk about, okay, this is gonna be the game, this is gonna be the game. You guys, this is gonna be the game. Fast start, LAFC score first. Hopefully, let's hope that this goes right.
Philly?
I would love to think that LAFC is going to score first. However, until I see some consistency that way, I'm going to say history will repeat itself. It's going to be Austin that is going to start out. But I'm not saying LAFC is losing, though.
You copying off his homework again?
No, look, I would hate to disagree with Philly, but I'm going to anyway. I think that
disagreeing with
we don't want Dolo ball to be defined by slow starts in the first half, and I think they're going to start to get a complex if they don't get rid of this soon. This is where we start to get rid of it. LAFC is coming out on the front foot. We're getting at least 1, if not 2, before Austin gets there first.
And I'm also going to take LAFC to score first for a lot of the reasons they said, but just being there at training, it was something that they were definitely acutely aware of, is those slow starts. So I think that they right the ship here, as Jessica said. All right, let's go to our second prop bet. This is an over-under. 2.5 goals. So the scoreline combined, over or under 2.5 goals. I'll start us off. I say over, which actually in the history of this fixture has not been the case, but I think that these two teams have become much more expansive, especially Austin. They now added some punch, actually scoring some goals, not just the pretty football. So going over. What do you got?
Absolutely. Look, the only game LAFC has played that's gone under 2.5 all season was the one we're going to wash the taste out of our mouths of by getting over 2.5 in this match. Absolutely over.
Played them 3 times, 2-0, 2-0, and 2-1. And I really think we're actually going to have a double in terms of that. I'll tell you more about that when I give you my scoring prediction. But this is going to be a shootout, folks. Over 2.5, no doubt about it. I'm willing to bet my podcast partner on that.
Okay, 3 overs. Jessica?
4 overs. I think it's going to be a lot of goals and a lot of fun. So yeah, no big explanation. Over.
4 overs? That's like a cricket thing.
It definitely sounds like a cricket thing.
Wrong sport. Okay, let's move on to our third prop bet. Another over-under for you all, and this one's fun. This is where we get to talk about referees, which everyone loves talking about referees. It seems like we do it every week.
Hey, pro referee.
Over-under 3.5 yellow cards. Jessica, what is your confidence level of the referees, and where do you feel on the over-under?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a chippy game. I think there's going to be quite a bit of fouls, and I think there might be quite a bit of cards. So I'm going to go over. Yeah, I think that the referee might be a little bit involved. I think our guys will be fired up, and so we will concede some yellows, but hopefully nothing beyond that.
Okay.
Philly?
When it comes to game analysis, X's and O's, Jess is a much smarter person than I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go the exact opposite, just to,
okay.
shoot, take a different angle there. So I think it's going to be a bit more finesse, and I think the refs are going to let them play or miss a bunch of calls. So I'm going to be bold and say under 3.5.
Midweek game. Maybe the ref's just a little snoozy.
Look, as the degenerate gambler of this group that I am, I like to root for things to happen, not for things not to happen. But I'm going to break my own rule on this and go under 3.5 yellows, mainly because I think LAFC needs to play more discipline than we have in order to take all 3 points tonight.
Do you have a lot of betting rules?
Very few, but the ones that I have, I stick to.
Except for
and
today.
I just broke that one.
Except for today. Okay.
Right.
I also went over because, I don't know, these referees don't know what they're doing. They're just giving out cards for fun.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they know what cards they're giving out. All right, let's move on to our fourth prop bet. This is an interesting one, and you got to pay attention to the way I read it. It is over/under 0.5 penalties awarded. And you're thinking, how can you award 0.5 penalties? You can't. That's why you got to pick whether there's going to be a penalty or not. I'm going to start us off. I went under. LAFC gave up 2 penalties in the last match, hasn't won a lot of penalties. I just feel like there's not going to be a penalty in this. Referees, they love to give yellow cards. They sure don't like to make big decisions. Oh, we got a 3-0 score.
I like it.
Coming in.
I like it.
Coming in hot. All right, what did you got? What'd you got?
Look, LAFC just went 46 matches in a row, an MLS record without allowing a penalty before we allowed those 2. So what do I think is going to happen? We're going to allow another one today.
No.
And it just says penalties allowed, not just LAFC, but it could be Austin as well. So I actually think there will be a penalty in this match. It's a good value bet out there as well, so I'm going over.
You're really emptying the bag of
all I
betting topics and rules and tricks.
I learned an awful lot about gambling through this guy. He's
You're
been my
welcome.
teacher
I know.
in multiple ways. I don't think there's going to be more than 3.5 yellow cards, and I don't think there's going to be a penalty today. And that's what I'm saying, under 0.5, and no big story.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah, so I know I said that I think it's going to be a chippy game. And I am scared about the penalties because of the last game. I'm a little bit traumatized by it, so I'm actually going to go with under, just in some sort of hope that there's no penalties, because I feel like if there is one, it may go against LAFC. So let's go under.
Okay. Woo. She's willing it to happen. I like that. Manifest it, Jess. Okay, so the reason why we do 4 prop bets is because then we switch it to a thing called a parlay. To do a parlay, you put a couple bets together and you have to hit on all of them to pay out. Again, this is all for fun. So you, bet 1,000 on your parlay and maybe, look under your pillow. But here, we get to pick 2 of our 4 and then we combine it with our score. So we have a specific way we do parlay. It's not how it always works.
Right.
But we do it a specific way. And I'm going to start with Philly. Philly, what are your 2 bets and then your score to make your parlay?
Just a disclaimer, I suck at betting. I learned doing Buffalo Bills bets back in the day that I'm just not good at this. I'm not cut out for it.
Maybe that was just the Buffalo Bills.
Maybe I'm just bad at betting. But in terms of my parlay, it's going to be over. Austin's going to score first. That's my prediction there. That's my first. The second part of my parlay is the fact that it's going to be more than 2.5 goals between the 2 sides. And as far as the breaker, the scoring line, LAFC is going to win today with a score of 4-3. We are going to see 7 goals at Banc of California Stadium on this hump day.
Can you do that again?
Hump day.
I like it.
Right.
Okay, yeah, don't do it anymore because I believe that's copyrighted. So I'm going to move on to my parlay.
Sorry.
My parlay, the 2 that I'm combining is LAFC to score first because, like I said, I really like them to get a fresh start and jump out on Austin. I'm going to go with the yellow cards because, again, don't trust anything about the referees. And then my scoreline 3-1. I think it is going to be an open game. Both teams like to use the ball. So goals for LAFC. I think LAFC, when teams want to play open, it's a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. But Austin gets 1 just for funsies. 3-1 there. So I have score first, yellow card, and a 3-1 scoreline. And I'm going to toss it to Jessica for her part.
Yeah, so I went with the under 0.5 penalties, and I also went with over 3.5 cards, and I went with a 3-2 scoreline in favor of LAFC. I think we win this one.
It's up to you, the degenerate gambler. Take us home.
Can we just-
I mean, they still got like, what, 30-ish odd minutes to get this into their
You got
bookie?
plenty of
Do people
time to
still
get
have
it into your
bookies?
bookie, but can we just discuss, he was 10, 11, and 12 when he was making those Buffalo Bills bets back in the day. So
That's not legal?
I did the math. I mean,
Got it.
not supposed to.
Schoolyard gambling scarf.
Look, I've got the easy one, the low-hanging fruit, the over 2.5, absolutely, because like we said, they've only played one match under all season. But the value in it comes from that penalty kick, and I think it's going to happen. So I'm taking the over 2.5 and the over on the penalties, and that'll be a 3-2 victory for LAFC.
Did you ever get to teach your kids about? No, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Nope.
All right, those are our fun. Like I said, all for funsies. There's nothing we're betting here. But if you do live in a state where it's legal, maybe
Try it out.
take this guy's advice. He seems to know what he's talking about. All right,
We'll see at the end
I
of
have
the
yet to make $1 off his advice,
Yes.
by the way.
Let's move from fantasy and hypotheticals of betting to what we think really needs to happen in this game. And how we do it, we call this shooting your shot. It's basically our chance, our panel's chance, to be giving the team talk before they go out there for the opening kickoff. It's basically what we think LAFC has to do to absolutely win this game. And Jessica Black, the tactics mind, is going to kick us off. What do you got, Jess? What is your shot?
Oh, you guys know me, and my team talk would be just win the game, get over the loss. You know, I think getting over maybe a crazy loss like the one that we had against Colorado, a lot of that has to just do with mentality. The team has enough quality in it and enough skill and technical ability to do whatever they want to do, but it's about getting into the minds of the players and letting them know that you just have to let that go. Forget about it. It was a fluke game. 2 penalties against. It was a weird game, and it doesn't represent who LAFC is. And I think that being in front of your home crowd and having that comfort, 32-52, all the fans behind you, is a really good opportunity to just turn the page and move on. We're a good team. We've shown enough of that this season. And it's such a good opportunity. Austin at the top of the table, big game clash before the Galaxy game as well.
Yep.
So I think team talk is so simple. Just get into the minds of the players, let it go, move on. Don't slide down the table. Win your game, move on.
Great team talk. I'm up next. Jessica went with a mentality. I'll go with the extra on top, the tactics, that how once you come out and you know that you want to play well for your home crowd and you want to get on top of Austin, what you're going to need to do, the technical side, is stay connected. I think against Colorado, LAFC was really a backline passing the ball around in a U shape and not much else going forward.
Yep.
So we're going to have to find ways to work those partnerships, get the ball into your midfielders and get it to your forwards, because I feel like when the team isn't clicking, guys kind of turn off, and then touches become more rare, and those touches start to get a little bit looser, and then you really lack the cohesion. LAFC, as we've said multiple times in this show, they like to play with the ball. They like to be fluid. You can't be fluid if you're not connected. So work a partnership, work together, keep those lines connected, both offensive and defensively, but mostly when you're building out the back to create chances. All right, Scarf, you're up.
Look, I firmly believe after this match, LAFC is going to be feeling all right. And here's why. This will be fun after we see the starting lineup. We're going to be getting a lot of our players back from injury. We're going to get the bench mob back together. We're going to get back to what LAFC has been doing all season. The reason why we are tied for the lead league in goals, and that's that we are the deepest and we are the most potent offense in Major League Soccer. So for LAFC to be that again, we need to get our guys back. We are going to get our guys back, and it's going to take place out on the pitch, no problem. 3-2 win for LAFC because we get everybody back. It's going to be just like old times again. All right.
I don't even know where to go from there. I just like how cool, calm, and collected your speech is. You're like, we're just gonna do this, bros. Which is probably how McConaughey would
That's
do it.
exactly how he delivered it, right?
Philly.
Austin's been having a great season. The Black and Verde have had outlier numbers this season. They're tied with LAFC in terms of goals scored. They're leading the league in terms of assists. They're leading the league in terms of goals scored within the 18. But just like broccoli, one can only consume so much of this. Only so much of this. We've got Will Ferrell. They've got Matthew McConaughey. We've got the better comedian. We've got the better team. We've got the better crowd. We've got the better atmosphere. We've got the better tacos. And we're going to come out there with our hairs on fire and absolutely obliterate Austin. They have a great opportunity. If they win, FC Dallas wins or ties Vancouver, Austin leapfrogs LAFC. But it is not going to happen tonight. No, ladies and gentlemen, not at all, not at the bank, not on our time. we are going to demoralize them, and then reality is going to strike. Lightning strikes the pitch. Lights are get dim. Supreme competition is about to begin. We're going to obliterate Austin, and they are going to come back down to earth, chopping the head off of that broccoli. And that's that.
I like
Wow.
Will Ferrell better than Matthew McConaughey.
There it is. You go from cool, calm, and collected to vegetable murder.
Kill.
All right, you've gotten to hear from us how we think LAFC should win this game. Now let's see the team that will carry that out. If the team you're doing the team talk to, here's the starting 11, and we've got, the fancy graphic.
Look at that.
In goal, Maxime Crepeau. At right back, Kellen Acosta. The center back pairing of Murillo and Ibiaga. Left back, Cheeky Palacios. Your midfield is Latif Blessing, Ilie Sanchez, and Sifu. And then up top, Mahala, the captain, Carlos Vela, and making the start, the moose is loose from the start, Danny Musovski. All right, chat and my group here. You've now seen the starting 11. Some changes that are forced and some changes that might just be some rotation and some sharpness. What do we think?
Is it weird that I'm nervous we're not starting a 19-year-old at center back? Like,
Somewhat.
I would have never thought coming into this season that I would be as reliant on my faith in the back line on a 19-year-old center back. But I'm a little nervous that we're not starting Mamadou Fall back there.
Just your player to watch is not starting. How do you feel about your player to watch?
Oh, yeah.
Are you worried?
Yeah, so, no, but I said impact.
Got
Impact can be from the starting lineup or from the bench. You never really know. I think we'll see Chicho at some point in this game. So, you win some, you lose some. I wish I would have known that before, but I think he'll have an impact either way. So, yeah, this lineup is more than good enough to do something against Austin. It's fine. We're good. We're fine.
Kellen Acosta is obviously incredibly talented. He can play as a 6. He can play a little bit farther forward. Now he's playing right back. How do you feel with Kellen Acosta at right back?
I mean, it's crazy that the back line has caught the injury bug. I mean, Ryan Hollingshead is out today. I mean, we've had so many injuries. And seeing Kellen Acosta there, I don't know if it necessarily gives me that bit of confidence that I would normally have with our regular back line. But we have so many games over the course of the month of May. We got Columbus on Saturday. We got the Galaxy. So I'm happy to see that this lineup's out there, but I'm really excited the fact that Moose gets the starts. I think it's going to be a big confidence booster for him. He can find the back of the net. He's shown quality. I think he gets a goal today, guys, and girls.
Like
I really think Moose is going to score today. I think this is going to be his breakout game.
Yeah, I like the confidence that Steve Trundle is showing and Danny Musovski is saying, you've been sharp, you deserve this, go out there. And it's a big call because, as Jessica said, Chicho Arango's been impactful and he's a big player.
Yeah, for sure. And I think in the last game, we were talking about how there was some changes and some players that came in off the bench that didn't necessarily put their marker down in terms of like, I should be in the starting lineup. I think Musovski will actually do that. I think he will come out and have that impact and play really hard. Chicho may still come in, but I have this feeling that, like you, Musovski is going to have a good game. He has a lot of energy. He's been really good off the bench, and I think he's earned this.
Yep.
Urgency.
I'm interested to see. We've seen the Latif Sifu two-headed monster come in for each other throughout the course of the season, but now they're on the pitch at the same time playing outside of Ilie Sanchez. I'm really excited to see if those two can get clicking as they're on the pitch at the same time. I just love a guy like Kellen Acosta who puts his hand up. It wasn't Steve going to him. He went to Steve and said, all right, you need me to play out on the outside in the back line. I'm there. This is a U.S. men's national team midfielder that he's just a consummate team guy. Love it.
I can comment then on that quickly because I saw Steve at training and Juan is saying, Blessing should be playing right back. And I asked him about it. He said, I don't see Latif in that position. He's so much more effective, higher up the pitch, and Kellen can do a job and do it correctly.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about how building out the back has kind of been a problem. Now you have a midfielder at right back and building out the back. So Ilie maybe doesn't always have to drop deep. He can be a connector. So there's some interesting nuances and wrinkles.
And a
to the way
pinpoint
this is.
passer, too. Kellen Acosta.
Yes.
Excellent
Pinpoint passer. Yes, of course you could say hi. Hello. Hi to you.
Hey.
We got fans out here.
You guys got a couple minutes till the game starts.
We do have, you know what? This guy is right on point. It's like he's reading my cards. We have a couple minutes till the game starts, but I'm going to throw you to the schedule that we've got for the rest of the week because we still got more going on. Saturday, we're back at it again, but it's a watch party. So come check us out as we're your buddies. We banter with your buddies during that match. We'll talk about Columbus. And then Monday, LAFC 360 is at 1 p.m. That's a live show where you can find out if you won the hat from Players to Watch. And then just stick with us. Stay on the 110 Football channel because Angels Wear Boots, our newest show, following Angel City, which is our fastest growing show, is at 4 p.m. So that's what we have coming up. And guys, we're done here.
Let's go.
We are done here. We are throwing you to Max Bredos, Mark Rogandino, Heath Pierce, and Jordan Harvey. They are going to take you right up to kickoff over on KCOP. So go to KCOP, watch the pregame, watch the game, and then come right back here. 110 Football, instant reaction postgame. We'll be back in these chairs. There will hopefully be a ton of fans behind us. If you're here, come join us. And we'll talk about the game one way or the other. We'll either laugh, we'll cry, we'll hug each other, we'll talk it out. So we'll join you after the match. We'll see you there.
I love it.
Nothing.
I'll
Okay.
be here.
Nothing.
Look,
they're just so excited by my hosting job. We'll
such
see you
a great job
We'll see you guys
closing
after
that.
the game.
That's why you're the closer, Vince.